Hello again. I figure while I'm here in this hammock on this beautiful 90-degree day that, I would talk a little more about things I like to talk about. Just life things that I've been going through. And I would say the most recent one is learning to navigate anxiety, because I have had more anxiety than I've ever had. And part of it is just the culmination of so many things in my life that go through time, and it's hard to explain. But also, it's addiction, and I think people who are in addiction are, don't feel comfortable talking about it because there's a lot of, I don't know, it's just like sad, like, oh, that's sad, like, type thing. It's looked down upon in a way that it doesn't look like it is being, but it's just our own judgments of it as well. And it's mostly, for anyone going through addiction, just them knowing that they're in a hard place and navigating that to come to a healthier place. And there's times of giving up in between, which is not really giving up, it's just you hit exhaustion. And I love these Oli Pops. This is the root beer one. I showed it in my last video. For anyone new and just clicked on this video for the first time, there's another video where how this all started. Just how this day is. And yeah, so being addicted is a thing that is kind of low-key shameful, I guess, even though it doesn't have to be. It's just a mature perspective, I would say, would be just realizing that someone's in a difficult and uncomfortable spot. Like, if I were to reduce anxiety down to the most, like, if I had to give one or two words to describe it, I would say it's the felt presence of being very uncomfortable. It's just in the present moment feeling very uncomfortable. And time goes by differently there, because it's like whenever you're in pain, time just seems to go on so long. And we have different ways of comforting ourselves. I've kind of hit this plateau with my relationship with kratom, which is what I was getting to with addiction, because it helps and it hurts my anxiety. It comes with its own setbacks, but at least it doesn't wreak havoc on the body like a lot of more popular things like alcohol and cigarettes, which are generally accepted, and like kratom's kind of a weird thing, but it really does help me with a lot of things. I've said it in other videos. It helps me just feel better in that present moment. And what I was getting to is so much of our life is just us winging it in the present moment. We're just winging it. When I make these videos, I'm winging it. Like, I have a few ideas of what I'm going to say sometimes, but like today, I'll just turn it on, and then it's new to me what I say. So it's a different felt presence just doing these videos. And then there's playing live, and playing live is its own felt presence of experience, and a very enriching and rewarding one, but also a lot of work, because it takes a lot of energy out of you to perform live. And I've noticed, like, there was a time it seemed like I could endlessly just play the guitar live. I have a lot more stamina in that department, but now that I'm singing, it's like that like, I'm like, I don't think I could do that every day. Like, singers that sing every day, you know, respect. I don't know how you do it. There's these birds over here, all congregating and having a, looks like there's 3 of them. Looks like some kind of ritual or something. I don't think they're trying to scare me away because they just got here and I've been here for hours. So I doubt it's their nest. And if they're it, no, it's not. They're going away. Interesting. Don't you wish, I wish I knew what they were saying. Sorry, I'm tired of being in that recumbent of a position. I'm gonna sit like there, that's better. Do the hammock perpendicular style. Just plank on it. Is that what they call it? Oops, things are falling out of my pocket. Things in pockets. But yeah, we're mostly winging it. So if you can like get to a place in life where you feel, this is just, I'm thinking out loud. If, you know, if I can get to a place in life where I just on the natch feel good, and it's like I don't have to be like high out of my mind, but like feel relaxed enough to be able to operate. And that's why a lot of addiction, it comes from having some kind of struggle in the first place, and you're looking for something to compensate for whatever it is, whatever the missing piece of the puzzle is, even though it doesn't quite fit. It doesn't quite fit, but it helps in some regards and hinders in others. And there's just no knowing what it would be if I somehow suffered through it without the help of any of these plant medicines. And they are very much medicines, because even a change in perspective could be the paramount of, I can't think of the word, the paragon. The paragon of healing plant medicine is to be able to help you change whatever it is that's causing that in the first place. Whatever is causing the dis-ease in the first place. That is like the most medicine a medicine could ever be, in my opinion. The quintessential. There's another $10 word. $10 words and $10 chords. But words are like puzzle pieces too. Everything in life is kind of a puzzle. And yeah, going back to the anxiety thing, try to bring this full circle without getting too off on a limb, is if you can feel really, I only get anxiety when I'm thinking about the future and like, oh my God, I have to do this for another hour or like something like that. That's what, and that makes time pass differently. And instead of doing that, when I just go out there and play, that's the other nice thing about busking, is that I can just go out there when is most convenient for me, which is not true for all busking places. Like, you usually have to work it out with the other locals or whoever is, all the other buskers, to share the space and give everyone a chance, which I had that experience when I lived in Chicago. And here in Olympia, there isn't a whole lot of busking going on. But it seems to work out how the kind of ethereal music that I play is just nice for the waterfront vibes. And I just feel like, that location, or for whatever reason, has accepted me. And it was confirmed through a few different people and just things they said to me. And it was just really, like, that is the best kind of high. And so it's like, on my path to balance and recovery, whatever you want to call it. It's an interesting sounding bird. Oh, that's a squirrel. Those squirrel moments. Shiny squirrel. Oh, I just remembered it. Shiny squirrel. I thought that'd be a cool band name. Oh, that's cool that I remembered that. I woke up this morning like we were joking around with the Kitchen Sink Experience band that we were having a rehearsal in last night, and that came up. And I was like, oh, that'd be a cool name for a project, Shiny Squirrel. Well, now I have it on video. Won't forget now, and if I do, I can refer to it. But yeah, on the path to recovery or whatever, like to be able to be at ease and finding what really does that and establishing that, and then you can, on your trajectory towards being healthier, like move away from the things that aren't synergizing with you in a way that is good for you. A better synergy with sweet repose. There's my poetic side for a day. Or a moment, whatever. All depends on the dilation of time. And when I talk, it's kind of like a planet orbiting something. It meanders, but it can come back to its original thing. But it has to move to be able to see it from all angles, you know? I have to get away from a thing to really see it. I have to be in post. Like, a situation happens, and it's hard to know how to respond in the situation, but then afterwards, you have just enough time to kind of think it out and be like, okay, that's what I would have done. Oh, I was going to tell you a busking story when I was in Chicago. I had a long day busking. I think I was out there 4 or 5 hours, which for me is a long day. And I was on my way back. I had just got off the Orange Line into Halstead, where I was living, and somehow, like, one of the flaps came open in my guitar case where I had stashed all my tips, and it blew open all over the intersection. And it was already kind of an emotionally taxing day for me for whatever reasons. And I just kind of was ready to just abandon ship, and I was already in tears and just like, oh, it's over. Like, this is horrible. And everyone in the intersection stopped, and they're like, no, dude, get your money. Like, and were like getting out of their cars and helping me. And I was just like, it's like the most wholesome, like, restore your faith in humanity type of experiences. But out there on the street, you know, I just have to get myself to that state of mind where I'm comfortable enough to get out there and play my music, and it's still not comfortable enough for me to really want to, if I'm being totally honest. But I just start doing it. I start somewhere, I go from song to song, and things start to develop, and things start to, like the vibe starts to grow, like you get into a flow, you know. So that's what I've been learning, and valuing and appreciating the kindness of strangers. And it's really given me a new love for Olympia. Like, just the vibe of how people are. Like, we're a bit sensitive here, but people are really sweet here. And very understanding and empathetic here. It definitely has that going for it. Because if you come from that place and you're already on that, like, wavelength of giving people the benefit of the doubt, which is having grace, having just understanding that everyone's struggling in some way or another. And so it's been humbling in a beautiful way, and I want to share that. But we can go more into time dilation and the felt presence of immediate experience in many other videos. I can talk about those a lot, especially when I have someone else that has things to say about it, and keeps the conversation going. Well, well, it's cool we have this. It's cool I can just put this timestamp of existence out there on the internet for however long it's out there. This was the moment I was in a hammock on July 6th or 7th or whatever it is, talking to whatever mysterious people lie behind this, and not right now, but in the future. I'm coming to you from the past.